My heart and my mind both race with indecision in spite of the fact that there's no doubt about the outcome. The room is nearly pitch dark. The only light comes through the small gap between the curtains, letting in the neon lights of the Las Vegas Strip just outside. Tallahassee snores evenly, tucked onto one side of the bed, leaving room for me to change my mind and crawl back into my side without him ever knowing I got up to leave. My throat constricts, and I glance towards the door while I absently drag my thumb along the smooth metal of the ring we picked up a few hours ago. Fuck, was it that recently? It feels like a different lifetime. The fingers on my other hand twitch, inadvertently crumpling the piece of paper I'm holding. I glance down at it, the sweat from my palm making the letters smudge. Who writes a Dear John letter on hotel stationery? My throat tightens again, and I swallow roughly. It's not really a Dear John letter, though, is it? That would only count if we were dating. Nope, you're not dating. You're married, dumbass. Not helpful, I mutter quietly to myself before reaching up to pinch the bridge of my nose. I should have said no when Tallahassee came up with the stupid, drunken idea to get married tonight. He kept saying it would be funny, but funny for who is what I should have asked because I'm not feeling particularly amused right now. Of course, I wouldn't be me if I didn't make impulsive, dumbass decisions on the regular. The only difference with this particular idiocy is that I can't call my brother to bail me out. I stifle the manic sort of laughter that rises up in my chest. Now that would be a fucking text to send right now. Hey, you're probably still balls deep in that pretty drag queen you said you were going home with, but I married your best friend on a lark. Help? Oh, P.S. We've been fucking for years whenever I'm in town, even though you asked me to never fuck your friends. Anyway, happy birthday. I groan quietly. Seriously? What the fuck is wrong with me? No one should make this many shitty decisions in their life. If there was a stupidity Olympics, I'd take home the gold every damn time. I take a deep breath and look at the note in my hand again. I'm not really running out on him. Since we were all kids, I always said I wanted to get out of Wisconsin and stretch my wings. I was out the door on my 18th birthday, and I've been hopping around ever since. I leave and I come back. It's what I do. When I blew back into town 2 years ago after a particularly messy breakup in Florida, I just needed a place to crash and collect myself for a few weeks. I definitely didn't plan to start hooking up with Tallahassee. It just sort of happened. And then it happened again the next time I came home. And the next. And before I knew it, falling into his bed was just sort of a given when I was in Wisconsin. Or whenever I managed to talk him into coming out to wherever I was staying. That's the story of my life. Make a decision without thinking about the consequences, become horrified by the consequences, bolt, repeat. Except the only thing horrifying about what's happened with him is that I really fucking like him. I inch closer to his side of the bed, trying to imagine a world where I tear the note up and climb back in next to him, and then go back to Wisconsin with him tomorrow morning and start some domestic fantasy of a life. My chest pangs at the idea. A deeply buried part of myself begging me to do just that. But for once, the rational side of my brain stops me from doing something that stupid. I don't have a damn thing to offer a man like Tallahassee. I can't keep a job for more than 6 months without getting bored. I'm a slob. I'm a fuck-up. My eyes burn and I rapidly blink in the hope that it will stop any tears from coming. That world where I get back in bed with him and go on to live in domestic bliss. That's for a Gates who has his shit together, not this version of me who can barely function as an adult most days, let alone as a married adult in a real relationship. If I stay, Tallahassee will end up hating me just like everyone else does. And if I go, he'll hate me too. Fuck my life. I huff at myself to keep from breaking down in tears and finally slip the ring off my finger. There's someone a hell of a lot better for Tallahassee than me. I set the note on the dresser, the words "I'm sorry" scrawled large and messy, feeling incredibly inadequate. Then I put the ring on top of it and pick up my duffel bag. I'll have Steele ship the rest of my clothes wherever I end up. I can't let myself go home with them right now. I'm afraid if I do, I'll be tempted to stay.